Tonight, the cinematic world is once again abuzz as Zack Snyder, one of Hollywood's most visually distinctive directors, continues to capture the imagination of audiences globally. Known for reshaping the superhero genre with films like Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Snyder has built a devoted fan base that has proven capable of influencing studio decisions and shaping the conversation around his work. His Justice League cut, released after years of fan campaigning, became a landmark example of how audience passion can intersect with filmmaking. Now, with streaming giants like Netflix exploring opportunities in the superhero and fantasy space, the question arises, could Snyder's universe expand further, offering fans new chapters in the stories they have grown to love? Every Instagram post, every public statement, and every tease from Snyder sparks renewed discussion, demonstrating the rare combination of creative vision and cultural resonance that few directors achieve. Much of the current fan excitement revolves around Snyder's ongoing projects, including the much-anticipated Rebel Moon series, a sprawling science fiction saga infused with his trademark mythic storytelling. Fans eagerly dissect trailers, concept art, and interviews, seeking hints about narrative direction, character arcs, and potential crossovers with the Snyderverse. Snyder's cinematic style, defined by slow-motion sequences, striking visual symmetry, and a dark, epic tone, continues to set him apart from mainstream directors, creating films that are not only visually stunning, but emotionally resonant. Social media amplifies this effect, with fan art, discussion threads, and speculation threads trending constantly. For many, Snyder's work is more than entertainment. It's a modern mythology in motion, one that inspires conversation and analysis far beyond the screen, demonstrating the enduring power of his creative voice in contemporary culture. At the same time, the future of Snyder's universe is intertwined with the rapidly evolving landscape of streaming platforms, corporate mergers, and audience-driven campaigns. The potential acquisition of Warner Bros. Discovery by Netflix has intensified speculation about whether Snyder might be able to continue unfinished narratives, expand existing franchises, or even revisit previously shelved projects. Analysts point out that Snyder's combination of loyal fan base and unique visual storytelling presents an attractive proposition for streaming platforms seeking high-engagement content. Moreover, fan campaigns like Restore the Snyderverse illustrate a new reality in which audiences are no longer passive consumers, but active participants in shaping the business and creative decisions of Hollywood. The result is a dynamic ecosystem where narrative potential, corporate strategy, and audience demand intersect, placing Snyder's projects at the center of both cultural and commercial conversations. Snyder's public engagement with his fan base reflects this unusual dynamic between creator and audience. In posts on Instagram and other platforms, he has expressed heartfelt gratitude for the support and enthusiasm that has followed him through years of cinematic triumphs and challenges. While certain projects, such as Twilight of the Gods, have been paused or canceled, others, including the next installments of Rebel Moon, highlight the ongoing possibilities for the Snyderverse. Streaming performance for his previous DC films remains strong, reinforcing his value not just as a filmmaker, but as a cultural force. Industry insiders note that the combination of fan loyalty, visual innovation, and mythic storytelling makes Snyder's work uniquely resilient. As speculation about potential future projects grows, it's clear that Snyder's universe continues to captivate audiences and maintain a significant presence in the broader cinematic landscape, bridging the gap between artistic vision and audience expectation. The conversation surrounding Zack Snyder's future projects is not just about what is currently in production, but also about the potential of unrealized stories. Fans have long speculated about the continuation of the Snyderverse, imagining what arcs might follow from Zack Snyder's Justice League or his other DC interpretations. Snyder's engagement with audiences fuels this speculation, as his updates often hint at creative ideas without revealing full details. Meanwhile, streaming services like Netflix increasingly rely on pre-existing fan bases and iconic intellectual properties to secure subscribers and drive engagement. Snyder's unique blend of mythic storytelling, visual grandeur, and character-driven narratives makes his projects a valuable asset. The director's continued visibility and interaction with fans serve not only as a gesture of gratitude, but also as a subtle signal that his creative universe remains alive and relevant in the minds of audiences and industry decision-makers alike. Industry analysts emphasize the importance of Snyder's style and its influence on the cinematic landscape. His work has set new benchmarks for visual storytelling, combining elaborate world-building, epic scale, and emotional resonance. The slow-motion sequences, carefully choreographed action, and mythic treatment of characters distinguish his films from conventional superhero fare. This visual signature has cultivated a deeply invested fan base, one that actively discusses and debates every cinematic choice. Snyder's aesthetic has inspired both admiration and critique, but regardless of perspective, the engagement is undeniable as studios weigh production investments and streaming strategies. Snyder's distinctive approach represents both a creative and commercial asset, offering opportunities to expand narratives in ways that can simultaneously satisfy devoted fans and attract new viewers seeking cinematic experiences that are visually immersive and narratively ambitious. Looking ahead, the future of Zack Snyder's creative universe remains one of the most closely watched stories in contemporary cinema, shaped not only by his unique cinematic style, but also by the passionate engagement of his fans. Campaigns like #RestoreTheSnyderverse highlight how audiences now play an active role in influencing studio decisions, using social media, fan art, and video essays to keep the conversation alive. While projects such as Twilight of the Gods may be on hold, Snyder's Rebel Moon series and the enduring popularity of his DC films across streaming platforms show that his mythic storytelling and striking visual style continue to resonate deeply. Analysts note that this blend of creative ambition, commercial relevance, and fan-driven momentum positions the Snyderverse as a resilient and evolving cinematic universe. As studios and streaming services navigate the intersection of business strategy and audience expectations, one thing is clear: Snyder's work remains culturally significant, and the story of the Snyderverse is far from over, continuing to captivate, inspire, and spark global speculation.